All right, let's talk about the single most important and probably most misunderstood skill for any leader: delegation. We're often taught to see it as a weakness, like it's some kind of cop-out. But what if I told you it's actually the key to unlocking your true potential? Okay, let's dive in. Be honest. I bet almost every single one of you is nodding your head right now. We've all been there. It's the ultimate productivity lie we tell ourselves, right? It feels so efficient in the moment, but it's a long-term trap that keeps you buried in the weeds instead of doing the work that actually matters. And this is the modern battlefield for our attention. Every single notification, every email, every little ping is a tiny tear in the fabric of your focus. And just like the slide says, the score is not looking good for us. We're losing the war for deep work, one ping at a time. And here's the real cost of being always on. Research shows that only 19% of people who say, "I'm fine," actually mean it. Just let that sink in. That means a staggering 81% of us are just running on fumes, pretending we've got it all under control. This is the burnout epidemic in a nutshell, and a huge cause is refusing to let go, refusing to delegate. This quote from the amazing Brené Brown, wow, it just gets right to the heart of the psychological barrier, doesn't it? Our hesitation to delegate isn't just about control. It's so often rooted in this fear of looking weak, or worse, a fear of judgment. And if we judge ourselves for needing help, you can bet we're going to judge others when we offer it. It's a vicious cycle. Oh, this captures that feeling perfectly. You're busy all day long, but are you actually productive? You're in motion, but are you making any real progress? If you feel like you're just spinning your wheels in the mud, that is a massive signal that it's time to start delegating. So let's completely reframe what we're even talking about. So many of us see delegation as this frantic, last-minute toss of a task we just don't want to do. But real, effective delegation, it's something else entirely. It's strategic, it's planned, and it's all about building momentum. Even the official definition from Merriam-Webster is pretty crucial here. And the key word, the word that changes everything, is empower. Delegation is not about offloading work. It's about empowering your team, entrusting them with real responsibility. It's an act of faith in them and an investment in their growth. So here's the critical distinction. Delegation is empowerment and trust. It is a strategic relay race where you smoothly pass the baton to keep the whole team moving forward. It absolutely isn't just dumping the tasks you hate. And it's definitely not a panicked game of hot potato where you just toss a problem on someone else's plate right before the deadline. And look, the upside here is just immense. When you get this right, you get to focus on the high-impact work that only you can do. At the same time, your team grows, you start to spot your future leaders, and you build a culture based on the most powerful message a leader can send: I trust you. Okay, so that's the why. Now for the really good part, the how. Let's get into a simple, totally actionable playbook you can literally start using today. It all begins with identifying what some people call your zone of genius. This is the work you are uniquely wired for, the stuff that energizes you, and where you create the absolute most value. The goal is to spend as much time as possible in this zone, and then delegate the rest. So what is the rest? Well, this framework, this 6 T's, is your perfect guide. Just look at your to-do list. What are the tiny tasks that just add up, like scheduling? What's the tedious work that completely drains your energy, like compiling reports? What's time-consuming but doesn't need your unique touch? What's teachable to someone else in under an hour? What are you just plain terrible at? And what time-sensitive things are pulling you away from what's truly important? These are your targets. Now this might be the most important rule of all, especially for all you perfectionists out there. The 70% rule is so simple. If someone on your team can do a task at least 70% as well as you can, you should delegate it. Look, it's not going to be exactly how you do it, but you know what it will be? Done. And that is incredibly powerful. This quote right here is the perfect summary. It's your new mantra. Before you dive into any task, just ask yourself this one simple question. Am I the only person who can do this? If the answer is no, give it away. It's that simple. So what's the ultimate reward for mastering all of this? I promise you, it's not just about a shorter to-do list. It's about real freedom. The freedom to build a business that doesn't completely consume you, and to build a life that you actually own. Because ultimately, this is all about trust. Delegation isn't really the end goal. It's the most powerful tool you have for building a culture of unshakable trust. And that culture, that's the foundation for everything. And hey, the data totally backs this up. I mean, look at these numbers. In high-trust workplaces, employees report 106% more energy, 76% more engagement, and 74% less stress. Trust isn't some soft skill, it's a hard metric with a massive return on investment. I want to end with a story that just perfectly captures the kind of freedom we're talking about. It's the story of a business owner who took a 3-month family sabbatical. Yeah, you heard me right. 3 months off. And it all started with this. Just think about that for a second. All messages will be deleted. Can you even imagine? This is the absolute pinnacle of trust. It's a leader who has built a team so strong, so empowered, that they can truly, completely unplug, knowing the business will thrive without them. That is the freedom we're talking about. And this right here redefines what it even means to be a successful business owner. It's not about being the indispensable hero who does everything. It's about building a self-sustaining asset. The goal is to own a business, not just to run a job. So let's make this real. Right now, forget the 3-month sabbatical for a minute. Just what is one small thing? Look at your list. What is one tiny or tedious task that you can hand off today? That's your first step. That's how you start building this culture of trust and reclaiming your own zone of genius.